In this video, we're going to do a quick review of distributive property. If you recall, earlier in the year, we did a very simple problem like this, right? 4 times 5. And then I asked you to graph it. So we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, they're not exactly even. Let me see if I can make this a little prettier. 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a lot better. So we said 4 times 5 in English, the way we translate it is 4 equal groups of 5s, right? So the really important concept here is whenever we have a multiplication, we see 4 equal groups. And if we use an array model, we can see here we have 4 equal groups. Now, the next thing we did, if you remember, was I did a very dangerous thing. I drew a line in between, and then over here on the left-hand side, I have 4 equal groups of 3. So if I translate that into math, it's 4 equal groups of 3. On the right-hand side, I have 4 equal groups of 2. Now, we all know 4 times 5, that gives me 20. And 4 times 3 at the bottom here, that's 12. 4 times 2 gives me 8. So if I just add 4 times 3, I do that first, then I do 4 times 2. I add them two together, I should have 20. In other words, 4 times 5, right? Remember this quick practice that we did. So what can I conclude from there? So let's rewrite this. We first had 4 equal groups of 5. Then what I did was I broke the 5 down into 2 and 3. But I kept the 4 groups exactly the same, right? So in other words, I'm going to rewrite this. I rewrote the 5 into 2 plus 3. And then I just used the 4, multiplied both of them, 4 times 2, and add 4 times 3. Okay? So that's called distributive property. So I'm distributing the 4. It's almost like if I bring a candy to the class, I have to give it to every single student within my class. So 4 is my candy. In this example, 2 plus 3, 2 and 3 both are my students. And I have to make sure everybody gets a candy. Everybody gets a 4. So that works for any kind of numbers. Any numbers that's too big, if you use your calculator, and if you use your calculator and say 5 times 21, you should have 105. But if you don't have a calculator, you can certainly break that down, break that 21 into something much more friendly, 20 plus 1. And then you use distributive property. So it's 5 times 20 plus 5 times 1, and 5 times 20 I know is 100, and that's 5. So my final answer is 105. Okay. Now here's a worksheet. This is what I would like you to do. There's an example on top there, 8 times 16. So you can take either number. You have to keep one number exactly the same. So in this case it's the 8. And then you take the bigger number, the less friendly number, and rewrite it into 10 plus 6. So then it becomes 8 times 6 plus 8 times 10, and then add them together. So let's see how we do this. Here, it looks to me what they did was they kept the 9 here, so which means we have to rewrite the 15, just like how we rewrite the previous examples. They already gave you a number, so 9 is there. So 9 plus 6 gives me 15. So 9 goes there, 6 would go there, right? And then you should have 9 times 9 is 81. 9 times 6 is 54. So you should have 135 there. Okay? And the third example is the same. So in this case, they have 12 times 6. It looks to me that they kept 6 there. And then they have a 9. So I will rewrite the 12 into 9 plus 3. So 9 goes in there, 3 goes in there. 9 times 6 is 54. 3 times 6 is 18. So I should have 72. Okay, so finish the rest of the sheet. Thank you, guys.